Statement of the Soul Hunters of the Institute of Paranormal Studies, Barcelona, case 00156894. Jane Prentiss.
Hey, do you remember the case we had with that bug lady thing?
Oh, you mean that Jane Prentiss character we had in a few weeks ago? I thought we were done with her.
Yeah, I thought so too. But, as it turned out, our bridges with her aren't burned yet.
How come?
We had a few people that wanted to give their statements on her, but we just never got around to it since we were left cleaning up the absolute biohazard she left all over that poor building.
Yeah, that sure was a hassle. Anyway, tell me about these said witnesses you have.
So, one of the guys is her at the time boyfriend, and the other is her roommate from way back when she started college. They're both in the waiting room. They both look nervous as hell. I get it, but we need to get this over with.
Do you want me to let them in together or one by one?
One by one, definitely. Let's let the roommate in first, because we really should have the boyfriend checked to see if he's infected as well.
I mean, if he hasn't presented any symptoms by now, it should be okay. But I guess better safe than sorry.
We both know it's a slow sprouting parasite. Let the gill in.
You got it, boss.
Hi, great to finally meet you, Mrs.
Mrs. Parker.
Okay, Mrs. Parker, where do you want me to start?
From when you notice absolutely anything weird, the first symptoms, you know.
I started off with the small stuff, like she started losing weight over the few months. I started noticing anything was wrong, and anytime I checked the food cabin, it was always empty. I tried to not think too much of until I realized she was barely leaving the house, so there was not way she get the food she needs.
Did none of her friends or family check up on her?
I did, I guess. At the least, the best I could. All the family she had were distanced, and she wasn't much of social butterfly to say the least. And the few friends she had all left when she started pushing them away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, I see.
And there were always bugs around, those silver, slimy, small worms that wiggled in a way that for some reason was really unsettling. Ugh.
Now, in hindsight, it seems so obvious.
There always appear when there'd be fresh meat around us. We'd be cooking lunch, but I just spray them down with typical bug sprays you get at the dog store. It was springtime, so I just thought they were just mold larvae, maybe? The first thing that had worried me was the scratching. She always scratching her skin to the point it bled. But when I told her to not pick it at, she was started looking at me as I was a ghost. And then there was this one night. I finally convinced her to watch a movie with me. At that point, she wasn't even leaving her room, and I just wanted to spend time with my friend. We were sitting down on our couch, and I thought I had noticed something on her arms. She had always been careful to cover them up until that night, and she was covered in bandage. It was dark, so I thought I had seen it wrong, but I couldn't unsee how under the deep scratches he had left on herself with her fingernails there were these tiny holes. They were so close together, and I don't know, it was really freaked out. And then I saw one of those holes on her arms open up, and I couldn't see the skin around it stretch. It was a small cry, tiny pop out of from blended blood skin, and then Her whole arms erupted in the worms, and they started clawing up her arm, and they were head from her face, and she looked like she couldn't even notice them. I obviously let out a blood curdling scream, and when she moved, I saw how quickly they crawled back into the burrows they had left in the skin. I left immediately cursed. I didn't know what I to do, and I've been back seeing her.
God, that's.
Have you had any sort of contact in the months after all of this?
No, but it keep those awful worms following me everywhere I go, from the meat in the fridge to the toilet and the shower and my bed. It doesn't matter how many times I move house, they just keep following me. It's horrible.
Okay, thank you so much for giving us your statement. We'll look further into it.
Sorry? What? Is that it? I've been told you all this information. I have even been able to tell my parents because I'm so scared, and all you left me is with an we'll look for future into information. Excuse me? Sorry. Bye.
I didn't expect that sort of reaction.
I mean, we were academics, not back exterminators. I don't know what she wants from us.
We're lucky we ever got this information out of her. She seems to be at her limits. I doubt she stays sane with that level of paranoia.
Let's just let the boyfriend in.
Yeah. Hi, Mister. You were gym partner before the events of the last month, correct?
Yeah, we started going out a few months back.
Tell us about the first weird encounter you had with her, please.
See, I met Jane at the bar downtown. I don't really remember which one now, but it started as a one night stand sort of deal, and when we went back off to her place, we just really hit it off and started talking instead. At that point, no alarms went off in my head. She just seemed like a perfectly pleasant girl. Things were going pretty quick, and we ended up moving in together after like 2 months. At first, it was good. She was funny, a bit quiet, but I liked that. She listened, but she drew a lot. These weird sort of sketches, tunnels, holes, skin, stuff like that. I thought it was just some weird dark art phase, but then things started changing.
How so?
She stopped sleeping next to me. She said she could hear something in the walls. Not rats, she said, but breathing. I checked, of course, there was nothing there. But then one night I woke up and she wasn't in bed. I found her standing in the kitchen, scratching at her arms over the skin. There was blood all over the floor, and she kept mumbling, "They're hungry. They're hungry."
Did she explain what she meant by they?
Not really. Every time I asked, she'd just laugh, like a dry, rasping kind of laugh, and said, "You'll understand soon." After that, I noticed the smell. It was like rot, but wet. It clung to everything: clothes, sheets, even the air.
Did you ever see the worms?
Once, I woke up because I felt something cold on my leg. I pulled off the blanket and they were everywhere. Tiny, slick things wriggling around towards the bed, and she was whispering in her sleep, saying my name. I jumped up, turned on the lights, and they were gone, like they had sank into the floor. After that, I was ready to leave. I told her I couldn't take it anymore. She begged me to stay, said she could feel them moving under her skin, and she needed to keep her something from opening herself up. I don't know what she meant, but she kept a knife under the pillow, and I thought it was just like a metaphor or something, but then I realized it wasn't.
Did you ever touch her? Where she said they were?
Yeah, once I put my hand on her arm to calm her down, and I swear to God, I felt something move. Like a muscle twitch, but deeper. It was aware of me. I pulled away, and she stared at me all wide eyed, pupils blown out, and said, "Now you've met them too."
And that's when you left?
I tried to, but when I packed my things up, I started feeling it too. Like a crawling, like static under my skin. I thought it was just stress. I still do. I hope it is, but sometimes late at night, sometimes I swear I can feel them again, crawling under the skin of my back, my neck, just under the surface, like they're waiting.
Mister, we are going to have the medical team check you for signs of parasite infection immediately. Please don't scratch yourself or touch your skin for now.
Too late for that, I think.
Jesus Christ!
End of the recording. Statement 0015688934. Case Jean Prentiss. File under active. Biological entity class B.